Welcome back, guys. So I'm going to be creating the hair, more like these dreads in here. So before I do that, I'd like to kind of create this art piece, the art on top of this. So it's looking somewhat like, let's see if we can get a full-on front and back view. So it's like a full-on front and a full-on back view for this side by side. So more or less like this too. Okay. So let me just kind of create an art piece for this, just to make the dread sit more properly and kind of capture more or less like a similar likeness to this. Okay, so let me just put this to the side. Okay, so I'm going to be appending a plane to this, to append the plane to this. Oops. Should be this. Okay, this is a I kind of made a duplicate for this to have a neutral pose to it. So this is one that has a neutral pose, and this one has the adjusted pose in there. So let me just rename this so I can keep things a bit more organized. No, female pose. Let me just name this to facial pose. And this is the one with the neutral pose to it. So I'll just rename this. Neutral pose. Okay, so that just keep things organized. Then I'm going to be using the pose version. So back to the plane. So I'm kind of rotate this, holding down shift. So let's see what we have in here. Oh, I think I went overboard. Let me make sure double sided is turned on so I can actually see this on other sides. "90-degree angle should be fine. Kind of center this more or less like so. Maybe extend this outward a bit more, like maybe not so much. Somewhere around here should be fine. Then center this and extend this outward like so. Something like this should be fine, I guess. So I'm kind of pull this somewhere around. Let me check the forehead. Somewhere around more or less like here should be fine. Okay. I don't like how it's kind of disappearing on me. But that's fine though. We'll go to manipulate this later on. So I'm going to drop in another let me append a police sphere. Is there a police sphere in here? I don't think there'll be a police sphere in here. It doesn't really matter though. This should still work just fine. So I'll shrink this in. This should more or less encompass the head a bit more. Somewhere around here should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So I'll just do a slice for this. So I'm just going to slice this up. I think I need to add some kind of thickness to this. Let me add some kind of thickness to this plane so I can better visualize it. Just feels way too thin. Let's see. Let me do a reconstruct for this just to have a lower poly count for this. BZM. Okay. So I'm just extruding this out slightly like so. Okay. So I can better visualize this now. You push this to this side. Now select the sphere. I'll use the yes clip curve should work just fine. You clip this part off. No, I'm supposed to do this from the other side instead. Okay, something like this should be fine. Then selecting this plane, I can begin to move things in place. So for the front view, I need to extend this. Oh, I need to do one more thing first. So I'm going to use the maxing tool. Let me make sure transparency is turned on. So I'm going to use the max circle. Kind of max out somewhere around here like this. So I don't kind of affect the middle part. So I'm just going to start raising this up like this. Okay. Let's see how high this can go. More or less like this should be fine. Okay, that seems fine. Let's get this also. Okay, let me make sure symmetry is turned on now. Kind of get this also up in here. Let's move these edges out a bit. Move this backwards a bit more. Let's do likewise for the back piece. It shouldn't be as high as the front piece though. Okay. I guess now she will use the move topological brush instead. Just to do this a bit more precisely. Let's see how this looks from the side. Okay. Size feels a bit off though, so let's squash that in a bit more. Okay, I'm not really going for perfection. I just want to have something in there. So I'll just do like a quick smooth for this or polish for this. So I'm going to deformation style. Okay, this is beginning to come together. Maybe shrink this down a bit more and a bit to the side like so. Move this inwards. This also should come inwards. More or less something like this should be fine, I guess. Yeah, this will definitely work. Then I'm just gonna push these guys a bit closer to themselves, more or less like this. Okay, I think yeah, this should be fine. Let's just get the back to feel a bit better. Maybe just tilt this down a bit more. Kind of get this guy down a bit more like so. This part needs to cover. This part needs to cover up a bit more. I think I'm going to do something like this. Raise this up even higher. This even higher. I will remove the marks. Then I'll just max. Oops. And I'll just max out. I think I need a better max for this. Let's see. Let's use the max rec. This should be a bit tilted. Should be tilted down a bit more. So I blow out the max, invert that max, and I don't know. Let's see, something like let me use the move brush instead. I'll increase the brush a bit more. Kind of push this downward like so. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Let's see if we can get a full-on back view. Not so much. Not so much. But anyways, then just still push this backwards a bit more. Invert this, push this forward a bit more. Yeah, something like this should be fine. Yeah, except one part, except one thing though. think I would push this out a bit forward, this a bit down. Okay, let's see. Length for the sides. Let's see the length for the sides. Yeah, I think I can live with this. Can definitely live with this. Let's see if we can do something for the top view. Alrighty, so that's fine. Okay, so this is serve as a good base. Okay, so I just need to combine these two together. Let me just isolate. Let me just hide this post version for now. Also hide the eyeball. So I'm gonna visualize this too. Visualize this too. So I'm just going to move this inwards a bit more just to make it touch. Think. Nope, one step forward. So making sure symmetry is turned on for this. I'll just extend this and push this inwards. So it's more or less something like this. Let me center this and just extend this outward like so. So it feels like she's kind of having some kind of bandana around here, which is kind of fine. That's gonna give us an extra effect on it. Okay, this seems fine. Yeah, I think I'm just going to merge these two together and then I'll just do a. Before I do that, let me inflate. I need to inflate this guy a bit more. Inflate this guy a bit more. Just to bring back some of that thickness we have on there. Then I don't know if I'm supposed to merge these two together. I don't know, but I'm not really going for making this a perfect mesh. So let me see if I can just add a few more subdivision level to this, just to make it feel thick. The top part is not really relevant, so it's not so relevant. So I'm not really going to be showing you guys that part. So you just to have a placeholder in there. You just need to have like more or less like a placeholder in there. So now we'll bring this forward a bit more. Yeah, let me just, I want to kind of eliminate this sharp edge we have in here. So let me just kind of isolate that piece. So I'm going to eliminate this sharp edge. So I'm going to use the, I think polish by creep edge should work just fine. Polish by features, general polish for this. So I'm not going to max out this, just the lower parts over the max. Then I'm going to do an aggressive polishing here. Let me blur this out a bit more and polish this. Just start with a bit more rounded like so. That should be fine. Then I'm just going to use the move brush and then just try to making sure symmetry is turned on. Let's try to make this cover here a bit more. I think it's way too down. Let me just select this guy and raise this guy up slightly like so. Select this guy and raise this up slightly like so also, just to make this part a bit, the forehead a bit more visible. Let's see if we can capture something in here. You can see more or less like a bandana in there. Let me use, I think this one should be fine. You can see more or less like a bandana in there. So that's what I'm just trying to more or less like recreate in there. Doesn't need to be perfect though, but just doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to have something in there. Kind of creates an illusion of it being a bandana, something like that more or less. Okay. Yeah, this should work. This should work just fine. So now what we can actually do now is to start creating the. Oh god, this is going to take a lot of time. I think I'm just going to show you guys. I think I'm going to just show you guys the steps to go to kind of. There's nothing too complicated. It's just mainly tools. Just mainly tools. I think I can just do one side and then I'll just mirror it to the other side. Basically that, and we should be done. But we're going to need a lot of tools in here. Lot of tools. Lot of tools in there. Lots. Quite a lot. Okay, so let's see what we have in here. So I think I need something that I can easily modify and manipulate, that doesn't have too many polygons for me to work with. Though basically we can do something like if I should select the head and bring back the eyeball. We need the eyeball in here. I select the head. If you select the head, I can do something like, let's see, yeah, BC curve brush, multiple curve tubes. I think curve tube should be fine. Curve tube should be fine. Then I think I need to go out of symmetry and I can do something like this. Oh, this one has multiple subdivision level in there. So let's do like a. So I'm going to make a duplicate of this. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a duplicate of this head. Make a duplicate of this whole version. Yes. Then on this version, I'm going to delete the higher subdivision level. So I'll delete the higher subdivision level on this. So now I can easily do something like so. Now the brush size is way too thick though, obviously. So way too thick, or too wide rather. So let me just reduce this. Get something on like so. Okay. Let's see how much poly count we have in here. That's fine. So that should be fine. Can do something longer. Something in here. Maybe increase the brush size a bit more. And do something out here. I'm going to manipulate this later on though. So I'm already just trying to recreate some braids in here. Oh. Increase the brush size. No, that's way too much. Let me increase the brush size slightly. Let me raise this out. I think this should be fine. I think I can just keep using, reusing all of this we just did now, and then multiply them around, since we have them in different shapes and sizes. So I should so let me go to stroke. Under curve function, I will do delete curve. Okay. I think you have this. Okay, you have this in one polygon side, one poly group already. So I'll select this guy and mark this, invert the selection, and under split, I'll just go to split on masked. So we should have all of these guys now out now on a separate sub tool, which is this. So let me just select them now. So what I'm actually going to do here is to what's it called, under poly group, I'll kind of do an auto group on this. Okay, yeah, I think we already have them grouped out separately. I think, yeah, okay, let me just hit that just to be on the safe side. So I'm just hit that just to be on the safe side. So now I'm just going to start manipulating this a bit more. There, wait, so let me just put this to the side like so. So I'm usually kind of focus on one side and then mirror that to the other side. So I think the move topological brush should do a better job for us in here now. So I'm just going to use the move topological brush. Move topological brush. So we should kind of more or less like isolate just one of these out, so I can easily manipulate and adjust this however way I want. You have to kind of make sure you're actually selecting or clicking on the specific one you want to adjust. Okay, so I'm just kind of getting these guys in there. Yeah, this one seems to cut off. So let me just raise it up like this. So I'll try as much as possible not to get them intercept too much so it doesn't feel unrealistic. This one should be backwards. Maybe get this one in here like this. You want to be very careful though, because you can see it's kind of thinning my mesh out way too much. Let me just control click on this guy, max it out, invert the selection, invert the max now. Maybe use the move brush to kind of move this. No, and I'm having a lot of issues in there. Yeah, this one is going to be problematic. Maybe I should just push it inside a bit more. It was inside before though, so probably going to leave that inside like so. Oh yeah, back to the move topological brush. Maybe I'll just pull it out just a bit, so it's not too inward, so it just shows pokes out in here. Now push this back inwards like so. Okay, so for this guy, you just do a fillet in here. Raise this guy outwards. Bring this out like so. Push this in like so. Get this bigger one to come out a bit more. Okay, maybe not so much. Around here should be fine. Okay, this one I need to push back in like so. Like the way this is already, should be fine here. If you extend this out a bit more, I'll push this guy in. Okay, raise this guy inwards. Yeah, it should be fine there. This one definitely needs to go inwards a bit more. Maybe not too inwards though. You just check this from the side view. Kind of get them to move in this towards this direction a bit more. So what I'm going to do now is start to duplicate some of these, like this guy. I like the size of this guy, so I'm going to, okay, let me just select this guy first. Mark this guy out, invert the marks, use my gizmo, center that on the gizmo, hold down control and extend this outward a bit more. Maybe rotate this out like so. Kind of push that guy inwards. There are a few things we can do in here. But now if it's too thick, we can just use the what's it called? You can just use the deformation and just do inverted inflates, something more or less like so, should be fine. Nope, let's use the inflate balloon instead. No, that's way too aggressive though. Something more or less like, yeah, no. Something like this should be fine. It's kind of thinning everything out though, but that's fine. Okay, I'll do another duplicate, hold control and just extend this out. Push this like so. Extend this out. Just get this around here. But that was overly extended. Get this around here. Like so. Like I said, I'm not really going for perfection in here. Hold control and select this guy. Hold control and kind of duplicate that. You just need to have like an approximation of some of it in there. Not really going for perfection. I'm not really trying to make this look perfect. You just need to have something in there that kind of fills up the space. So let me just move this out so I don't tend to intercept too much. I'll duplicate that guy again, hold control and duplicate that guy out. Kind of rotate this a bit more just to have a bit more variation on the body of it. Try as much as possible to avoid interceptions in there. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Okay, maybe I will need a few more of that guy. So holding down control, I'll just extend this out again. So I'm going to try to fill up this gap in here, something like so. I'll use the move brush and kind of hide that in between those lumps, in between those clusters rather. So I'll just hide that in there. Then try as much as possible to avoid interception. Okay, I like this guy, so I'm going to go back to the gizmo, hold down Control and select this guy, and I'll duplicate this guy out. Control and drag this out. Rotate this inward. I kind of twist this like so, just to have a bit more variation in there. Just push this guy inwards. And I'll use my move brush to kind of make sure they are not intercepting way too much. Okay, kind of get an S shape in there, something more or less like this. That should be fine. Duplicate that also. You can see how it kind of covers the ear completely. The ear is more or less like completely hidden. So I'll just do a few more like this. Just change up the rotation. A few more in here also. Alright. I think all the hair even extends downwards even more. But that's fine. I'm going to adjust that later on. I'm not going to do a massive adjustment for everything as a single piece. Okay. So hold down Control and extend this guy out. Push it like so. Use the move brush, kind of get this to look somewhat like so. Go back to the gizmo, hold Control and select this guy. Like how this guy is looking. So I'm going to hold Control and extend that guy outward a bit more. We even extend it out like so. Okay. Hold Control and bring this guy outward. Kind of do a rotate for this, just to make this look like it's poking out from another angle. We'll do a few more around here, and I'll use the move brush, kind of change up the shape and try to make sure it's not intercepting way too much than it needs to. Okay. Then I will select this guy. Oh, we have a few of that already. So while I'm here, I'm not going to go out of this. I'll just do an auto group again. Just give that separate polygroups auto group again. Then I can hold Control and select this guy, and I can freely duplicate that, since we have it now in a separate polygroup color. So let me just push this guy in here like so. I'll duplicate that guy a few more times and rotate, give it slightly more different orientation to it. Now use the move brush and kind of move this guy inwards. Hold down, go back in here, hold down Control and do a duplicate of that. Tilt this. Okay, let me just get this like so. I like how it's poking out through this part a bit more, which is fine. I just want to make sure it's not intersecting with the other ones too much, so that should be fine. Then plug this guy back in. Right. I think this will be fine. I don't want to go overboard. So I'll go out of this, then I can use a much larger brush size, like a much more larger brush size, and kind of push this out a bit more. Kind of extend this out a bit more. Nope. So this, let me take down the brush size and just push this guy down. Something like this looks fine. So all I have to do now is just to mirror this to the other side. But before I do, I need to go to the deformations tab. And then I'll just do like a, what's that called? I'll do a mirror first to the other side. Then I'll go to geometry and I'll do a mirror and wedge. Okay. I don't want to have crazy poly counting here, so all I have to do is just to go, yes, I'm out of symmetry already, and just manipulate this a bit more so it looks slightly different from the other side. Slightly, not completely though, just slightly. Maybe with a bigger brush size so I can quickly move things. Okay. Yeah, this part for the body part, the back part is not a major priority right now. So yeah, I think let's stick an eyebrow in here. Let's get an eyebrow in here. I think this should be more or less fine. Let's get some eyebrow in here. Select this guy, making sure I'm on the max pen. So the size of my brush is way too much though. So let's see how the eyebrow should be for this. Let's see how the eyebrow. Oh, I think we have. Kind of need to create some feathers for the arts. I don't know if that is complete. Okay, let us create some feathers for the arts so it doesn't feel too empty. I think we can use that air strip we did initially, so the air strip should work just fine. The air strip should work just fine for this. Maybe I can even steal. Yes, I think I'll do just that. I can even steal. Think I can steal this guy for a bit. Can steal this guy. Oh, this is nice. This part coming out here looks nice. We also have some eyebrows in there also that also looks nice. So I'm just going to steal. I'm going to steal that. So I'll just do a duplicate for this and drag this down. Let's plug this in here first. And there are a few things we need to delete obviously. So let me just isolate it. We don't need this guy. We don't need this guy. So shifts. Definitely do not need this guy. So I'll select this guy. Select this guy again. Oh, let's just quickly do a quick auto group on this first. Auto group. Select this guy, select it again, then I'll do a quick delete hidden for that. Do a quick delete hidden. So I'll do a quick delete hidden. Delete hidden. Then I'm going to keep. Yeah, let's just do. I'll select these guys. Then I'll just do a split hidden for that. Split hidden. So split hidden. Let me go out of. Now I've gone out of isolation. So this guy will be our feathers. So let me see if I can turn up symmetry. Let me center this. So let me get this guy up a bit more, like so. Raise him all the way out. Probably shrink him in like this. Out a bit more. Rotate this like so. Yes, this should work just fine. Though we probably need to kind of thin this out a bit more. So I'm just going to use. Before I do that, let me just kind of get this in place first. Let's get this in place. So we're looking at something that's a bit more rotated in this axis, like so. Gonna get this in here. Yeah, more or less like this angle should be fine. Use the move brush and extend, push this in. Just get this guy in like so. Inwards, in with the others. Okay. Need to push this in and drag this down a bit more like so. I don't know if that, I think I went overboard on that. You could have something like this. Something like this. I don't need it to be too perfect though. No, I think I'm going to keep. I think I'll just keep it the way it is. I think I'll just leave this the way it is. Then I will just go to the formations and then do an inverted inflate, just to thin this out slightly. Like this should be fine. Alright. I think this should be fine. Almost like so. Enough corrections on this, so let's do a quick. Let me select this and darken it. So let's see if we can do a quick render on this and let's see what we have. So Shift R. Yeah, this is looking cool. Yes, this is definitely looking cool. So I'm just going to, I think I'm just going to get this, select this, the hair. Where's the eyebrow? I'm looking for the eyebrow for this. So I'm going to kind of merge the eyebrow with, I'll just merge the eyebrow with the ears. There's the ears. Yeah, this is the ear. So let me just name these two as the S braid. S braid. Yeah, that should work just fine. That should work just fine. So I'm just going to drag this. This is eyebrow, and this piece. Okay. Let's just merge. Let's just merge this down. I can always unmerge that if I want to later on with the poly group. So merge down. Yes, please. Oh my goodness. Let us merge it with something else. Yeah, everything is in there now. Yeah, much better now. Okay, so let's just do another quick. Let's just do another quick render for this. Yeah, this is fine. So this will work just fine. So I basically created the eyebrow by cheating ourselves our way through. So let's check this with a different expression. So you have, let's see, I think, let me just put these guys where they should be. Let me just rename things. I think I should merge these two together, I guess. Just to keep things organized, I'll just merge this heart piece together and just rename this to hearts. This should be feathers. Just name this to feathers and just plug them back in where they should be. Just plug them in that folder. Okay. Just trying a different material to see how that is. Okay, not bad at all. So yeah, I was going to look at that on the neutral pose. So let's open that folder and then get this. Let's turn this off. I think this is the one. No, this is the one with the neutral pose to it. This is the one with the neutral pose. I think what I'm going to do here is just I'll put this on here. I want to take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of this. But before I do that, let me see. Let me put this guy on here. Yes, like something more or less like so. Okay. Then I think I'll do a shift S. I'll drag it to the side. Then on this particular one, I'm going to use the other pose, the one that has an expression to it. Let me just turn this there. Yes, something like this should be fine. So yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next lesson where we recreate another younger female head. Maybe since we're kind of using this CB's character, so I'm thinking of recreating this character also. So this is more like a younger female. The only tricky part in here is going to be the hair. But I'm sure we're going to figure out a way to kind of get that though. We're going to figure out a way to kind of get that. Okay, so bye for now. See you guys in the next lesson.